Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the Blind Woodturners workshop. So we've got something very special lined up for you today, and it's this here. It's an absolutely amazing gift, and what happened was at Maker Central a few weeks ago I was talking to the guys at the Tormek stand, and on the stand was Clive and Megan, who work for BriMarc Tools. Now BriMarc Tools is part of the Axminster Tools Machinery group, and they also not only import Tormek but Proxon. So I was talking to Clive and Megan and Pontus, who was the representative from Tormek. So Pontus is from Sweden. He was there and was explaining that, you know, it's one of my dream purchases, but I could, you know, for the foreseeable future afford to purchase one. So they said leave it with us, and when we were at Axminster the other day doing a guided tour around the workshop and the offices again and having a couple of meetings, Megan said we've got a surprise for you, and it's a brand new T8 and the swivel base. So thank you so very much to Axminster Tools and Machinery, Megan and Clive from BriMarc Tools, and of course Pontus and Tormek. Thank you so very much. So we're going to unbox this puppy. I've been absolutely drooling with the thought of opening this. I haven't opened it. I've been back a couple of days now from Devon, but I thought I would unbox it and have a feel with you guys watching me do it. So we're going to get started. So I'll reposition the camera and we can get this some big staples here. So we'll get it unboxed. Right there, so I can have a feel around here, and we've got some staples, so let's pop these out. Okay, so right, let's have a feel. So right on the top here we have a pamphlet, and that feels like a packet of plasters. Pretty funny. Yeah, is that a bit of a hint to, is that, I don't know, is that a joke to say your tools are going to be that sharp? You're going to need some sticking plaster. Let's just feel more of this. We have more manuals and booklets and cards. Now that feels like inside there's a DVD to accompany this. So obviously these, although Nicola can read certain parts if I need to, this DVD, hopefully there's plenty of talking with it, so that's the way forward for me. That's pretty cool. That feels like a tube of the honing compound. Pretty cool. Put that back in there. Put these back in there. Well, very funny with the plasters. Let's have a feel. So right, okay, this feels like the jig for chisels and planer irons. So I'm guessing that's what that is. So this is all in a little moulded tray in the top. Now that feels like it's the truing tool. So if your stone begins to wear in either a convex or a concave fashion, it can obviously affect the efficiency of your Tormek. So this jig attaches, and then you can cause this, I'm guessing it's diamond, something like that, causes this to travel across, and you'll true your stone perfectly flat in relation to the jig bars. So that's awesome. It's quite funny trying to find the way that these go back in, these doodads. That feels like right. And here is your stone for grading. I think it goes from about 220 the coarse to about 1000 with the smooth side. So that's awesome. Here's an angle finder, so that can help you find the correct angles for things. That feels like just a metal plate. Don't know what that is just yet. Smells nice. I can smell a bit of adhesive on it as well, so maybe that's to stick somewhere on your Tormek. That's pretty cool. Again, am I putting it in the right way? There you go. Oh, actually that could be a plate, so that magnet sticks on that. Ah, maybe. Yeah, there's magnets on the back of that. Pretty cool. And there's another tube of something here. Don't know what that is yet. I do know that well, I think it comes supplied with some oil for applying to the honing wheel. So can we lift this all out? We'll put that over there for now. So that's cool. So what have we got here now? A plastic plate of some sort. A little scraper. Now I think that little scraper is for there might be a magnet in the bottom of the water trough, so the metal deposits stick to it and then you can scrape them off. Maybe that's what that's for. And we have the bar here for holding all the jigs. So piece of polystyrene, just put that to one side. Just feeling in here carefully, I don't want to break anything. And this is the water trough. Now I think on the Tormek, piece of polystyrene in there that was just protecting that, so let's just gouge that out. So yeah, there was just a piece of polystyrene in there because I think it was sat over the grinding wheel. And let's have a feel in here. So let's just there's the actual unit itself and the wheel. Have a feel in there. Just some more polystyrene packing and the cardboard. So I think that's everything, folks. So if I just put that polystyrene in there. I'm sure there'll be lots and lots of smart writing on the box as well, telling you it does this and does that. So that's what we've got here. So if I just spin this around, and I'm going to reposition the camera just so we can have a better look at it all. Right, so here we have the power cord, which is just bound with a rubber band at the minute. So let's just take that off. Let's take the rubber band off the cord. Now if I have a feel, so you've got the, obviously, oh yeah, it's gonna, of course it's gonna screw on the opposite as to what you think it would. So if we mount the stone nice and simply on there, so it's going to be not righty-tighty but lefty-tighty. Cool. So there you go, that's that fitted, nice and easy. So I am guessing now that the water trough sits on there, and it has a thumb wheel to, I hope you're seeing that folks, the water trough goes up and down. Obviously as the stone wears and it gets smaller in diameter, you can raise the trough, but that's really cool. That's really easy to take on and off, that trough. Epic. So let's just turn this around now, so I'll have a feel at the back. And there's a plunger, an adjusting knob at the back, so I'm guessing that could be for adding resistance. How's that? Is that like just losing my bearings here a bit, folks? So got the string out. So that's cool. So that feels like a little bit of a gauge there. As the stone wears, it'll tell you its diameter. So that's very cool. Got an on-off button on the top, nice and accessible. And here we have the leather. You can see that the leather strop honing wheel, and you can add the it's sort of like a tiered on here, a tiered arrangement of different honing wheels, getting smaller in diameter, so you can do the flute inside of gouges and things to get rid of burrs and such. So that's pretty cool. So just this metal plate, sorry, plastic plate, is that for the bottom? Hopefully it is. I'm guessing it is. And we've got just this metal bar, which I'll put in. Okay, so we've got the metal bar here, and obviously it comes with a little wheel there. That'll do for now. Let's just slacken them off a bit. So obviously this bar goes in there, and I have got a couple of Tormek jigs obviously, and then using the TTS 100, whether or not it's on hole A or B, you would position your bar so both wheels on the TTS line up, depending on which hole you've got, which hole you need. Hole A or hole B. This is the beauty of the Tormek system. He says as he unscrews that wheel. Let's get that back in. Slackened it off a bit too much. There you go. So obviously you would move that bar in and out until both the wheels on the TTS 100 contact, and then when you turn, both of them wheels spin, so you find the correct. And then if you use that little locking wheel, you can back it off just a touch, so you've got some form of micro adjustment there, so you can back it, so you could really just if you just wanted to put an extra fine little bevel a secondary bevel nearer the front of your tool. That's cool. Very good. Or indeed on your honing wheel, you can back it off a bit. I know wood carvers, listen to Nick Agar's video that he did with Tormek. That was cool. So epic, absolutely epic. So let's just pull this tray back over again. So yes, I'm guessing this metal plate will stick on the front here, so it's accessible, and then you've got your angle setter or your TTS 100, your angle finder. Yeah, so I'll get that stuck on. Okay folks, so I've been having a bit of a quick feel, and on the water trough that I felt this little cutaway. So the scraper goes in there. Now it's got a very strong magnet, so I think as the water collects, sorry, as the debris, the metal particles fall into the water, they stick to the magnet. I think that's the way it goes, and then you can just take off the scraper, and the scraper can be used for cleaning out the trough, especially for periods when it's stood for quite a while. Always keep the trough empty and clean when not in use. So that's cool. And then this doodad here, that goes on there, and it's sort of like a slope. So if you're doing really long tools, really long knives, this chute will allow water that would normally just fall over the side and be dripping everywhere to fall in that. So it's sort of like a long water chute for long tools. So that's pretty cool. So let's just have now a quick, I mean, it's even the parts that come supplied with it are pretty simple. Just feel for my knife. Pretty simple to get your head round. So carefully open this. So this is now the swivel base, and I think with every swivel base at the minute you get, sorry, with every T8 you buy, you get a free swivel base. So that's pretty cool. So obviously I do not know how it works at the moment. But we can have a go. Let's see. Just move some bits around. I'll be doing a separate video of the T8 in operation and showing how easy it is to sharpen, even for the blind. So I'm guessing is that going like that, sitting like that, and then yeah, right. So I'll just reposition the camera. That was easy. So the Tormek is sat on this base now, and there's a little tab there. You just push that in, and then obviously when I do this I'll have to make sure that I don't get the cable all stuck. So this then, and oh yeah, so it's locked into place. So obviously that's when you're honing things, you always need to be going with the rotation. If you go against the rotation, you'll dig into the leather and cut the leather and possibly ruin the honing wheel. And then you've got the wheel. Some things like to be sharpened going with the rotation, and some things like to be sharpened going opposite rotation. So that's cool, very easy. So I'm guessing you just press it once and you'll swivel. That's it, easy peasy. So right, I'm gonna plug it in. Just need to get an extension lead. Okay folks, so I've got pretty much everything that you need for everyday use fitted now. The swivel base, the water trough, there's no water in it yet. We've got the bar, the jig bar, the rest, that's what I'll call it, the rest bar. So let's turn her on. Really quiet. I hope you're picking that up, the sound of the motor. I suppose maybe if it's difficult to hear, that's really good. Sounds very smooth, very quiet. Just a simple, they're nice and chunky and tactile for me, that's good. And they're obviously encased in little rubber protectors. So yeah, quite simply, if this was filled with water, you would staple stuck to the magnet. So you would first of all set the bar distance right, depending on your particular tool settings. So you've set the bar right, so both the wheels on the TTS 100 are engaged and rotating. You'll put your tool in the SVD 186. The beauty of this new SVD 186 is when you're adjusting the jig setting, there's positive clunks into each position. So if I was doing the spindle gouge on position 2, that clunked in there nicely. To the second one, you'd set your protrusion. This would overhang a workbench or a table. You'd set your protrusion, lock it down, slide that over your bar, and then obviously you're going through that to sharpen your gouges, and depending on what setting you've got and how far the bar is away, you can get Ellsworth grinds and fingernail grinds and all sorts of stuff. So that's cool. So absolutely amazing, love it. Thank you so very much, Axminster Tools Machinery, BriMarc Tools, Megan, Clive, Pontus, and of course Tormek for hooking me up with what is a truly amazing thing that should last forever, really. So as Tormek say, they like to sharpen, not shorten, and I think it's going to be lots of fun using it, and I can't wait to do a video showing you how I use it. And it's so simple that even someone with no vision can use it. So that's it. Hope you've liked this unboxing. There's really nothing to worry about. It's quite simple, self-explanatory. All the jigs just need, you know, a little bit of practice, and with all this comprehensive literature that comes with it, you know, you can't really go wrong. And there's the DVD included as well, which I'm going to listen to a bit later. So thank you very much. Hope you've enjoyed this unboxing of the Tormek T8, and until next time, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Thanks a lot everybody. Keep on turning.